Hey guys, new video here. Obviously, in the title, we are talking about the Aero Precision Pro Series versus just the Atlas handguard or the Atlas upper, which I personally bought and I did a video on it maybe a week ago. And the Pro Series, from what I understand, just came out about a month ago. And I had a customer who wanted it, so I figured it'd be a good time to kind of do a video on it and just show you the differences and stuff. This is not quoted from a Aero rep or anything, but I believe they're trying to compete with BCM. Obviously, if you went on Reddit and stuff like that, people would buy a BCM upper and then an Aero lower. I think they're trying to bridge the gap, and it's maybe not a BCM, but it's a lot closer now compared to the closer compared to this. So. Like I said, that's not confirmed by Aero or anything, but just the way it's kind of built, I kind of have that feeling it is trying to compete with them very heavily. So obviously Aero can make some of that coin. So anyway, so it comes with their, I think this is just a more fancy of a bird cage, or it is a bird cage. I know they have a specific name that I cannot think of on the top of my head. Same design basically as the other upper. It just doesn't have those nice kind of cuts on the around the handguard, which is fine, obviously. And the biggest thing that I noticed compared to that handguard is it's a lot closer to the barrel, and that's why I say it's trying to replicate BCM, because that's what Trace's BCM is. It's very close to the barrel and just keeps it a lot smaller. So like my entire hand can fit through on the upper compared to this one, which is the Atlas handguard, I believe. Like for me personally, since I have bigger hands, this fits perfectly for me, holding it with my left hand. I can't like I can fully grab it, but this one has a bigger radius, basically, we'll just say, which it does. So the two biggest differences between the Pro Series and then the Atlas handguard or the Atlas upper is first it's a lot closer to the barrel, so obviously it kind of like a little bit smaller, especially if you're kind of a smaller guy or you prefer a little bit smaller handguards. I think the Pro Series is perfect. And then the second and the most important one is it's cold hammer forged compared to the other one that I have is, I believe, just machined, or I'm not 100% sure. But this one I know is cold hammer forged and it's a 1/7 twist, while the other one is a 1/8 twist. So that's just something to kind of take into account. But overall, I mean, it's almost this. I really like it. We haven't obviously shot it. We're just kind of waiting for him to pick it up. So I'll probably have another review on that in the next couple of weeks or something. Once we put a couple rounds through it and just kind of see how it works. But the weight wise is dramatically different. Like, I think you probably save a little bit. I believe you probably save a little bit of metal having it closer to the barrel, obviously, instead of going a little bit longer around. So I definitely feel the weight. There's a lot less weight on this. So, and then it has your forward assist. I don't know if they do have a version that doesn't. I personally always like having the forward assist, just of the aesthetic, like I kind of mentioned in the last video. But I think that's it. Comes with your, if you want to attach a sling here on both sides. So, and then I think there's just two of them. Yep, so you get just two of them on the upper, and then all your Picatinny rail here, so you can see. And then let's move into the charging handle. So you get the large lever charging handle. So it looks like this. Oops, let's see. You get something like this. This is the large lever. I personally bought the large lever too. I just figured the small lever would be a little too small to kind of grab. I do personally prefer this over the Daniel Defense charging handle, honestly. I haven't shot it or anything, but I just like the way it kind of fits into my index finger when I do grab the lever. So that's probably my biggest thing. And then let's kind of do comparisons of bulk carrier groups. And then the biggest is, this is the Daniel Defense phosphate coating. So it's a lot more, obviously, if you owned a black bulk carrier group, they're kind of a little harder to clean. They're a little bit more sticky. So we have this one. This is just a black Daniel Defense one. And then we have, I believe this is supposed to like imitate your nickel boron, but it's in black. So don't quote me 100%, but I believe that's kind of what that is. So you have your bolt carrier group here in black nitride, and it's a lot smoother compared to your phosphate. It feels really nice. Everything moves very well, and this is the Pro Series one, so I think MSRP is 180 on it, or 183. So it feels really nice. Like I said, it hasn't been shot or anything, so I can't really give any feedback on that. But I just wanted to kind of do a comparison between the two and, you know, the Atlas upper, because I just haven't seen a lot of reviews for the Pro Series. I've seen it on the Aero Precision YouTube page, but besides that, no one's really done a review or anything. So this is just kind of like the initial thoughts. I think it's a very nice upper for the price and stuff like that. I'll have an update video when we do bring it to the range and shoot it. But overall, I think it's very nice. I think it's trying to imitate BCM and hopefully, you know, bridge that gap, kind of like I said. So besides that, I'm really curious to update you guys on the bolt carrier group on the black nitride. Just see it kind of how it handles and how much more lube it needs compared to your standard black phosphate. But it definitely feels slicker. So compared to the black phosphate, it's always dirty. So it seems like they did a really good job. Even like, let's say with like Daniel Defense, we know everything's in house, and it looks very good. So let me move this up real quick. If you're going to buy one or the other, I think I would honestly. It depends what your budget is, of course, but it's definitely personal preference. If you like something that's a little bit wider, you know, has a little bit more meat to it, I'll get the Atlas handguard. If you want something that performs like a BCM, but maybe isn't a BCM, like I said, need to do some testing on that. And you want to have that cold hammer forge, which will honestly probably save you in the long run, just because it's going to outlast that barrel, just because it's obviously cold hammer forged, and probably you pay a little bit more for quality and stuff like that. I think this is going to last you longer. So honestly, even though I bought the Atlas, I didn't really do my due diligence or research when the Pro Series kind of came out, I believe a month and a half ago. I would honestly, if I could do it all over again, I would just probably bought the Pro version. It would come with the charging handle, it would came with the bolt carrier group, which is nice because I plan on building a second rifle anyway, so having that all included in the upper is really nice. And I just really like that cold hammer forge, just because you know you'll get that longevity. So hopefully that kind of answers your guys' questions. If you do have more questions that I didn't really touch on, feel free to comment down below, and I will obviously do my best to respond. And then probably Thursday or Friday, I will have a video on the M4E1 Aero Precision lower, just a quick review on it, and then probably in a week or two I'll have a update, 1,000 round review kind of on both stuff. So besides that, hopefully the video will be relatively short. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoy the content, please consider subscribing, because it really does help the channel grow and obviously pushes out the content to people who are not as familiar with 2A. So I would obviously appreciate it a lot. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on July. So we got shy of 2 months. So we're a little bit behind track. I thought we were going to be a little bit closer, which is fine. But anyways, if you enjoy the content, please really consider subscribing, sharing this to your friends, and have a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time.